At a p-n junction, the potential barrier is due to the charges on either side of the junction, which consists of a fixed donor and acceptor ions, b majority carriers only, c minority carriers only, d both majority and minority carriers. The correct answer is fixed donor and acceptor ions. In a vacuum triode RPGM, A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. The material which has zero temperature coefficient of resistance is A manganese, B porcelain, C carbon, D aluminium. The correct answer is manganese. When the light falling on a photodiode increases the reverse minority current, A increases, B increases or decreases, C decreases, D remains the same. The correct answer is increases. When a ferromagnetic substance is magnetized, small changes in dimensions occur. Such a phenomenon is known as A magnetic hysteresis, B magnetic expansion, C magnetostriction, D magnetocalorization. The correct answer is magnetostriction. As the temperature of an intrinsic semiconductor material is increased, A protons get excited, B neutrons acquire charge, C energy of the atom is increased, D additional holes are created in the conduction band. The correct answer is energy of the atom is increased. In an insulated gate FET, the polarity of inversion layer is the same as that of A minority carriers in source, B majority carriers in source, C charge on gate electrode, D minority carriers in drain. The correct answer is majority carriers in source. Hall effect can be used to find the type of semiconductor. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. The conductivity of germanium increases by about 6% per degree increase in temperature. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is true. The range of visible light is A 300 to 2000, B 200, 4000, C 4000 to 7700, D more than 10,000. The correct answer is 4000 to 7700. Higher value of ripple factor indicates A poor rectification, B ideal rectification, C RMS value to peak value, D none of the above. The correct answer is poor rectification. When a semiconductor is doped, its electrical conductivity A increases, B decreases in the direct ratio of the doped material, C decreases in the inverse ratio of the doped material, D remains unaltered. The correct answer is increases. The conduction band is A same as forbidden energy gap, B generally located on the top of the crystal, C generally located on the bottom of the crystal, D a range of energies corresponding to the energies of the free electrons. The correct answer is a range of energies corresponding to the energies of the free electrons. If an additional 2 diodes were used to connect the 1 kW load across a bridge rectifier circuits utilizing the full secondary of the transformer, how much DC power could be delivered using a transformer with the rating of 105 W? A 35 watts, B 60 watts, C 85 watts, D 100 watts. The correct answer is 85 watts. In an N-channel JFET VGS VGSOF, then AID is 0. BID may be 0 or positive. CID is positive. DID may be 0 or negative. The correct answer is ID is 0. In a bipolar transistor, which current is smallest? A. Collector current. B. Base current. C. Emitter current. D. Any of the three currents. The correct answer is base current. With increasing temperature, the electrical conductivity of metals A. increases. B. decreases. C. increases first and then decreases. D. remains unaffected. The correct answer is decreases. The reverse saturation current in a semiconductor diode consists of A. avalanche current. B. Zener current. C. minority carrier current. D. minority carrier current and surface leakage current. The correct answer is minority carrier current and surface leakage current. The current gain of a transistor is the ratio of A. emitter current to base current. B. emitter current to collector current. C. collector current to base current. D. collector current to emitter current. The correct answer is collector current to base current. If a sample of Ge and a sample of Psi have the same impurity density are kept at room temperature, A. both will have equal value of resistivity. B. both will have equal VE of resistivity. C. resistivity of germanium will be higher than that of silicon. D. resistivity of silicon will be higher than of Ge. The correct answer is resistivity of silicon will be higher than of Ge. Varactor diode is forward biased when it is used. A. true. B. false. C. D. The correct answer is false. A good ohmic contact on a p-type semiconductor chip is formed by introducing A. gold as an impurity below the contact. B. high concentration of donors below the contact. C. high concentration of acceptors below the contact. D. thin insulator layer between the metal and semiconductor. The correct answer is high concentration of donors below the contact. The impurity added to extrinsic semiconductor is of the order of A. 1 in 100, B. 1 in 1000, C. 1 in 100,000,000, D. 1 in 100,000,000,000. The correct answer is 1 in 1000. For a BJT avalanche multiplication factor depends on A. VCE, B. VCB, C. VB, D. none. The correct answer is VCB. The impurity commonly used for realizing the base region of a NPN transistor is A. gallium, B. indium, C. boron, D. phosphorus. The correct answer is boron. In ferromagnetic materials, the atomic magnetic moments are antiparallel and unequal. B. the atomic magnetic moments are parallel. C. the constituent is iron only. D. one of the constituents is iron. The correct answer is the atomic magnetic moments are parallel. Which one of the following circuits is most suitable as an oscillator at a frequency of 100 Hz? A. Hartley oscillator. B. Colpitts oscillator. C. crystal oscillator. D. 20 oscillator. The correct answer is Hartley oscillator. The conductivity of an intrinsic semiconductor is A. generally less than that of a doped semiconductor. B. given by 1 NINP. C. given by 1 NIPN. D. given by 1 NINP. The correct answer is given by 1 NIPN. Which of the following materials has the highest electrical conductivity? A. steel, B. silver, C. aluminium, D. zinc. The correct answer is silver. In a bipolar transistor, A. the base is thick and highly doped. B. the base is thin and highly doped. C. the base is thick and lightly doped. D. The base is thin and lightly doped. The correct answer is the base is thin and lightly doped. Wienbridge is suitable for measuring inductance of which one of the following inductors? A. Having Q value less than 10. B. Having Q value greater than 10. C. Having any value of Q. D. Having phase angle of reactance very large. The correct answer is having Q value greater than 10. When a substance is repelled by a magnetic field, it is known as A. Ferromagnetic. B. Antiferromagnetic. C. Dimagnetic. D. Paramagnetic. The correct answer is dimagnetic. If N is mobility of free electron and P is mobility of holes, then for silicon at 300 K, A Np, B Np, C Np, D N may be more or less than P. The correct answer is Np. In a specimen of N-type semiconductor, the initial concentration of holes and electrons is P no and N no. When the specimen is subjected to radiation, the hole and electron concentration increased to Pn and Nn. Then, A Pnp no Nnn no, B Pnp no Nnn no, C Pnp no N no N no, D Pnp no Nnp no. The correct answer is Pnp no Nnn no. Which of the following diode is designed to operate in the breakdown region? A. Signal diode. B. Power diode. C. Zener diode. D. None of the above. The correct answer is Zener diode. Fill in the suitable word in the blanks is the following questions. The electron in the outermost orbit is called electron. A. Valence. B. Covalent. C. Acceptor. D. Donor. The correct answer is valence. A silicon diode is forward biased and total applied voltage is 5 V. The voltage across P-N junction is A. 5 V. B. Slightly less than 5 V. C. 0.7 V. D. 0. The correct answer is 0.7 V. In a triode, A. Grid is nearer to cathode than anode. B. Grid is nearer to anode than cathode. C. Grid is equidistant from anode and cathode. D. Any of the above. The correct answer is grid is nearer to cathode than anode. The output characteristics of a bipolar transistor has three distinct regions. They are known as A. Saturation region, active region, and breakdown region. B. Inactive region, active region, and breakdown region. C. Inactive region, saturation region, and active region. D. Inactive region, saturation region, and breakdown region. The correct answer is saturation region, active region, and breakdown region. Wienbridge oscillator uses A. VE feedback. B. VE feedback. C. Both VE feedback. D. Feedback is not required. The correct answer is both VE feedback. Which of the following material is preferred for transformer cores operating in microwave frequency range? A. Ferrites. B. Silicon steel. C. Superalloy. D. Copper. The correct answer is ferrites. Photoelectric emitters in phototubes are generally made of A. Alkali metals. B. Metals. C. Semiconductors. D. Metal and semiconductors. The correct answer is alkali metals. In N-type semiconductor, A. Electrons are majority carriers while holes are minority carriers. B. Electrons are majority carriers while holes are majority carriers. C. Both electrons as well as holes are majority carriers. D. Both electrons as well as holes are minority carriers. The correct answer is electrons are majority carriers while holes are minority carriers. The addition of N-type impurity to intrinsic material creates allowable energy levels. A slightly below conduction band. B slightly above conduction band. C slightly below valence band. D slightly above valence band. The correct answer is slightly below conduction band. Which of the following elements act as donor impurities? A 1, 2, 3. B 1, 2, 4, 6. C 3, 4, 5, 6. D 1, 4, 5. The correct answer is 1, 4, 5.